Y'all thought I was gone or something?
What up, Talk Royalty? How the fuck y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the motherfucking show. We late as a motherfucker. Real nigga time. If you ain't a nigga, you a nigga tonight with us.
2 hours late. That's real nigga time. 2 hours.
Right, and there's your introduction, goddammit. Yeah. All right, man. Today's topic. It's November the 2nd. You feel me? And November is known as goddamn Epilepsy Awareness Month. For those that don't know, I am epileptic. I have been since I was 17 years old. Okay. So I've been getting a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't really know about the condition. I ain't gonna call it the disease, you know what I mean? I really don't like that term, so we ain't gonna go with that. But to shed some light on the shit, basically what it boils down to, I'm gonna put it in simple terms that y'all can understand. It's basically that a part of the brain is sleep, so to speak. It don't function right, and the epilepsy and the seizures and all that is basically trying to wake up that part of the brain, but it ain't working. So it's like a fight within your brain that, you know what I'm saying, part of it really can't function right, and the other part is trying to wake it up, but it just won't wake up. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's what you know what I'm saying, that's basically what it is. Now, there are different forms of it. I have the rarest form of it. They still doing research and getting research and all that shit about it, so I really can't touch on it and tell y'all too much about it, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn, but the biggest thing that we face, and I say we, talking about anybody else that might be epileptic with me and, you know what I'm saying, going through the struggles of it, the biggest thing we face in life with this condition is discrimination. Mm-hmm. Let me elaborate. I'm gonna elaborate on it. Most people, they hear epilepsy or they hear seizures, and they like, they don't want no parts of it. It scares them off because a lot of people don't know. Because a lot of people don't know what it is. A lot of people don't know what to do when a seizure happens.
I was gonna say, people don't know what to do.
They're freak out.
So you know, so people run into some issues or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But basically, I'm just wanting everybody to know we human just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? We live a regular life just like y'all. The only thing is we gotta take things a little bit easier than most people because certain things can trigger seizures, like that light that Ashton got going on right now in his background.
Oh yeah.
That's the trigger. Bright lights are triggers. Extreme heat, extreme cold, those are triggers. Stress is the biggest trigger. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you're going to stress anyway. It's life. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to go through life stresses and shit like that. But some symptoms or some triggers that most people might not know about is alcohol use, if it's too much. Certain medications can trigger it. Sometimes you don't even need a trigger. Sometimes they can just come out of nowhere. That's what I go through. Most of the time, for the most part, I can feel them before they happen. So before they happen, I know what to do to make sure to calm it down, so to speak, so it won't get into a full-fledged seizure. And then sometimes I don't know. Like sometimes it'll catch me off guard. Everyday struggles with it. Fatigue, really don't want to do shit. Aches and pains, I go through that every fucking day. Headaches, come and go. memory loss, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's just to name a few, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted people to understand, like, with it being Epilepsy Awareness Month, I want the people that don't really know about it, please go do your research. Please stop. Please stop treating people like myself that have this like we freaks of nature or some shit. Cause we not. We didn't ask for this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody that got epilepsy looked up to the sky and said, "Hey God, can you give me epilepsy real quick?"
Right.
Like, I don't think that's the case. You know what I'm saying? So people just gotta understand, man. And I just want people to really just look at it like, you know what? They human too. They just got, you know, some shit they gotta work through. You know what I mean? I don't want people to sit there and think, well, oh, they got this, so I can't fuck with them like that. I can't kick with them like that. I can't date them. I can't this. I can't that. Cause that's the biggest thing I face. You know what I'm saying? Is people be like, I can't hang with him, or females will be like, oh, I can't date him, and that. I'm flawed just like everybody else. And my seizures just happen to be one of them. But I don't let, you know what I'm saying? I don't really let it control me as much as I can. If I can prevent the shit from happening, I do my best to make sure that goes down. You know what I'm saying? But anybody I've ever
I want to say,
go ahead.
I want to say, being a brother of yours, you know, to hear you have the rarest form, I feel so sorry for you, brother. Because, you know, it's a difference from not having medication to control it, not being able to grow out of it, or whatever, to, you know, not having, you know, like you said, it's just certain things, meditation or whatever, you know what I'm saying, cold towel on your neck, that you can do to, you know, control yours a little bit or make it easier. Like the way I ended up having epilepsy birth. You know what I'm saying? The stupid ass doctors let my mom get up and go to pee, and when she went to pee, it was me. Like shit, straight up. University Hospital in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She thought she had to pee. It was me.
Hopped
off the toilet, laid on the ground. They came in, and instead of just letting me, calming her down and letting me come, I guess they made her more nervous or whatever. So the body tensed up. So they started using forceps to pull me out. And by them using the forceps, it caused brain damage.
Absolutely.
To an extent.
Yeah.
So luckily, you know, like I grew up in, you know, they was like, I ended up going to regular, you know, public school. I ended up, you know, succeeding with other special kids and shit like the Science Fair project, you know. But growing up, yeah, it was like fucked up because as a kid, I missed certain days from school where I wanted to go. I wanted to be, but my body and my mind would let me. You know,
it's crazy.
Something simple as, you know, you pillow fighting and the nigga hit you on the back of the head with a pillow, and boom, you having one. And yeah, for people that's not used to it, people that's not educated on it, it scares the fuck out of them because they don't know if you got the devil in you and you convulsing or that's the seizure. I mean, average mind would be like, oh shit, that's a seizure. He's not possessed.
Right.
But you know, and you know, you try to make joke of it because really, like that shit, you know, it really sits right there with you. Like
it's scary to watch. I mean, I don't see the
it's scary. It's scary. Yeah, it's scary to watch if you don't know what to do. Like
yeah, I get people don't know.
If you know what to do, when you see it, you react like that. It's so easy. And you know, my cousin actually had it. God rest her soul. You know, R.I.P. Shonda Williams. She had it, and it finally took her. You know, but I watched her be able to live a hell of a life and be a hell of a woman. You know, like the rest of us. You know, that still surviving.
So I got a question for the people that don't know what to do in case somebody do have a seizure. What do you do?
Man, the biggest thing,
cold towel.
cold towel, or anything cold, cold towel, ice pack, ice, anything cold, because what it'll do, it shocks the nervous system. So when it shocks the nervous system got to be like, okay, hold on, what's going on? So it's that is the easiest way to bring somebody out of a seizure. Now, most people, they think, oh, seizure, let me put a spoon in his mouth or something like that to prevent him from biting his tongue. That is a myth. Stop doing that. If you stick a spoon in somebody's mouth, if you stick anything in somebody's mouth,
they're gonna bite the spoon. You're gonna break teeth.
Man, you're gonna break their teeth because they're gonna bite it. You see what I'm saying? And then they're gonna end up biting their tongue as well. And they can also end up choking. So the whole spoon thing, don't do that. That's just a big no-no.
Roll them on their side if you can and try to control their convulsion the best you can.
Absolutely. That's the best thing you can do. Turn them on their side. See if you can control their convulsions. If they still convulsing and you really can't control it, that's when the ice comes into play. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something to shock the nervous system, because if you don't, they're going to be in the seizure for as long as it lasts. Some last a few minutes, some last 15 minutes. It just depends on the person. My longest one
also
ever had.
When you get them to come around, make sure you ask them, have they taken their medicine? When's the last time they take their medicine?
Right. Because if their levels are low, you know what I'm saying? If their medication levels are low, that's also a trigger as well. That's one of the biggest triggers, is if they're not taking their medicine like they're supposed to. Now, me, personally, there's no medication that can help me at all. None of the pills that they got, they ain't doing jack. They ain't doing nothing for me. So medication is not an option for me. Now, everybody that knows me knows I self-medicate to take care of this stuff, because I don't like them. I hate them. Though I've been dealing with them for so long, I still don't like them. I still hate them. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way you feel when you come out of it. You don't know where you at. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how to where
so is it like your brain just kind of resetting and coming back to reality a little bit?
Basically,
yeah, but it's more like jet lag. Yeah, it's like jet lag and yeah, computer coming back on.
It's like when you say like you got one of them old computers from back in the day and you rebooting it. It's like that. It takes a while. Sometimes it takes longer than you sitting in the hospital for it to happen too. Sometimes it takes days for you to actually get back to your quote unquote normal self. Now, me personally, when I have mine, it takes me about 3 to 4 days for me to recoup, because my seizures last a long time. And you got to remember, they really can't pump me with medication because it just don't work. So they basically looking at it like, you know what? We just got to wait till he come out. When he come out, this is what we're going to do. This is why I don't like going to hospitals, because there's really nothing they can do for me. You see what I'm saying? So people that be like, well, they need to find a cure. Woo, woo, woo. I got news flash for you. There ain't no cure. Absolutely nothing. If you are diagnosed with any form of epilepsy, you're going to have it for life. You see what I'm saying? And I know most people think, oh, if I have one seizure, I'm not epileptic. You're wrong. As soon as you have the first one, you're epileptic.
Actually, people feel that way because of what the doctors say. The doctors make that mistake and tell people that, oh, having one epileptic seizure doesn't mean that. You could have been bit by this, or you could have been bit by that.
Yeah.
Like a centipede can bite you and make you have an epileptic seizure because of the poison in it. But the thing is, they never did a study to say, does that go to the brain? Does that fuck with something in the brain? This, that, or the third, to say it's a brain chemical or not. But everybody that has seizure know it's a brain chemical imbalance.
Facts. That's big fact.
You know, it's like it can be a neuron misfire. It could be, like I said, like how they used forceps on me when I was born, and that's how I had mine. You know, some people, like my cousin, hers was from an accident. You know, when motherfuckers fly out windshields or hit their heads on that windshield and shit. That shit hard as fuck. Like any damage to the brain. Like so many football players, once they retire, and that's why I'm glad that they put something, you know, in for them with retirement and healthcare, because after banging yourself around so much, you know, even motherfuckers, like niggas never think about it. Everyday average motherfuckers never think about all the fights we done had, being slammed on the ground or slamming the nigga on the ground, this, that. All that shit goes towards the brain injury that you could take. Like, you can hit your head one day and not really, you know, it wasn't hard, it didn't hurt, you really didn't think nothing of it, but somehow it could have did major fucking damage. Like, it's just fucked up. And like I said, I really feel bad for people like my nigga that have that rare form of it to where it is no cure, where they like, we don't even know what really brings them on. We don't see no damage here or there in the brain, you know, and I don't know, machines can just, you know, machines can look at it and tell you so much.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
That's just
You know, some of guys' answers are just to not be fucking questioned or answered probably.
Right.
And I think epilepsy is one. I don't know. Some people say, you know, it's a curse on us, you know, on Aquariuses. But I'm like, everybody that has epilepsy is not an Aquarius. So what's the answer for the rest of the people that got this illness that we got?
Exactly. Absolutely. Like, and I hate that people really think, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we're cursed or whatever. Like, nah, we just went through something that we went through and it led to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, any trauma to the brain whatsoever, you're liable to catch epilepsy one way or another.
Yeah.
Any trauma to your head. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. You could fall, you could bump your head, you know what I'm saying? You could do whatever, and it's gonna lead to it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just brush it off like, nah, they just something wrong with them. No, ain't nothing wrong with it. We just like y'all. Like I said, it's just a particular part of the brain is sleep. It don't function like it's supposed to. So when it's time for it, and the other half of the brain wants it to function, it's like they going at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that part of the brain is sending the activity to that part of the brain in sleep, but it's not responding. You see what I'm saying? So that's when it trickles down from your brain into your nervous system. That's where the convulsions and everything come from. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. So I just want people to understand, like, before you cast your judgment on us, please do your research. It's not that hard. Y'all research everything else. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always on your phone shopping and all this other stuff. Take 5-10 minutes out your day and do some research on it, especially if you call yourself being close to me. Because you got to understand this. It ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't going to go nowhere until I'm dead and in my grave. Until then, it's a part of me and y'all got to deal with it. And if y'all want to deal with it, move around, please.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously.
I learned a whole lot in 24 hours.
I bet.
I want to say from about 20
Yeah.
20 to 20 something different people.
Yeah.
I heard different situations, different symptoms, different triggers, different medications, different everything.
Yeah. Because
And that's why you have to learn. That's why people have to wake up and learn about it, because like there's situations where people have had seizures on buses, at games, you know, and people just left them be, and didn't get them help, and they passed away from that one, you know.
Yeah, like you got some. I don't know if people have noticed it, but you got celebrities that are having seizures now. You got celebrities that are dying from this.
Yeah. It's not
like
even
I don't
just
know if people. I don't know if people know this, but I'm gonna name 2 people right off the top of my head that I know have had seizures. Lil Wayne had one.
Yep.
Rick Ross had one.
Numerous. Both of them, numerous.
Both have had numerous seizures. Not to mention there was an actor that used to act for Disney and all that crap. He died in his sleep from one. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll go you, matter of fact, I'll go you even one better. I'll go local. Everybody know Rondo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know Rondo the rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know Rondo the rapper, right? Guess what he died from? A seizure in his sleep. So where everybody thought that somebody might have killed him or something like that, no. Rondo died from a seizure in his sleep. He had one in his sleep and he never woke up. You see what I'm saying? So like, this is why I'm telling you, please do your research because you never know. And yes, they can happen in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm attesting to that. I done had a few of them in my sleep, and thank goodness the few I've had, my kids woke me up. You see what I'm saying? So they can happen in your sleep. They can happen. Man, they have, like, okay, this is how rare the form that I have is. I'm sitting here and I'm talking. I'm sitting here and I'm talking to y'all. I'm on this podcast and everything. I look perfectly normal, don't I? Look perfectly fine, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
My brain season right now as I'm talking to y'all. It seasons 24/7, 365. My brain don't stop seasoning. It doesn't stop trying to send shocks to that part of my brain in sleep. It's just that part ain't responding. So I'm still seasoned, even though I'm not convulsing or I'm not staring off into space or nothing like that. I still have them, and I'm having them right now.
So when you do it, so when you see, is it kind of like your how can I say it? Is it kind of like your anxiety? Like
anxiety attack.
Is it like an anxiety? No, it's absolutely different. Because most anxiety attacks, some people can't breathe, so they gotta learn how to control their breathing. They gotta calm down in that aspect. Seizures are absolutely nothing like this, especially mine. Mine are, like I said, I have them all. So I can have the ones where I'm fully convulsing. I can have the ones that where I'm just staring off in space and look like I just zoned out for a minute. And I can have the one that I'm having now, which is my brain doing it, but it's not catching up with everything else. You see what I'm saying? So I have every seizure that you can think of. You feel me? And I know some people probably be like, damn, how can he live? Easy, live. My seizures haven't stopped nothing. I done been married twice. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? The only thing it stops me from doing for real, is working as much as I want to. You know what I'm saying? But
Because so many people don't want to pay the insurance for you.
exactly, and that's what it is. A lot of people don't want to pay the insurance that they would have to pay for me. You know what I'm saying? So I go through that struggle as well. So I just need people to understand, like, that's probably the only thing that it'll keep people from doing it, is working normally like they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can work, but full-time, stressful jobs, nah, we can't. You know what I'm saying? When you're epileptic, you can't operate heavy machinery. You know what I'm saying? So warehouse jobs.
So they say.
Yeah, so they say. But me, I can't. It's not gonna happen. Because of the way my brain and my nervous system is. If I'm around heavy machinery, you know what I'm saying, and I just get a sudden shock or a vibration or something, it could trigger my shit. So some heavy machinery I can't fuck with. It just won't let me. You know what I'm saying? So warehouse jobs, assembly jobs, shit like that, they out of the question for me. Totally out of the question for me. You know what I'm saying? So now y'all can understand why I kind of went into business for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because going into business for myself, I don't have to worry about explaining to somebody, look, I can work, but I got this going on. Now, there are some jobs that don't frown down on it and will take you in, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And let you do what you got to do. And then most jobs they're not fooling with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started a job last week. I started some training for a job last week, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was about to pass out on that motherfucker. For real. And if I hadn't have caught myself, I probably would have. And, you know, the guy that hired me or whatever, he saw me, so he sent me home. But he still wants me to work for him. You know what I'm saying? He just wants me to get to 100%, and he trying to cover his tracks as well to see what he got to do to accommodate me. You see what I'm saying? So he's the first person that I've went to go work for that is like, you know what? Yeah, you got this, but I still want you to work for me. I'm just going to do this first to make sure everything's straight and squared away. Most jobs, you have a seizure on the job, they through fucking with you. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
They're not bringing you back.
They don't want that
You see what I'm
liability.
saying? Because they don't want the liability. You see what I'm saying? But he actually, you know, he's like, nah, once I get this situated, this is what we're going to do with you. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, I got a job. It's just, you know, got some stuff going on. But I just want people to understand, like, we live everyday normal lives just like y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We eat like y'all, shower like y'all, wipe our ass like y'all. We do everything that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? We do everything normal just like y'all. It's just that when the seizure happens, you got to give us some time to recoup. You know what I'm saying? You got to give us time to get back to our normal self and shit. And I think some people, that's where they misconstrue shit, because they be like, oh, once they done coming out of it, they should be all right. No. It's not going to happen because your body's doing that.
It's like isn't it like electroshocks to the brain?
It is. A seizure is just basically, like I said, it's just basically you have a part of the brain that's not functioning.
Mm.
So when the other part of the brain wants that part to function, it's going to send electrical shocks to that part of the brain for it to function.
Okay.
Now, that part of the brain is asleep. It's not going to respond. It's just not going to respond. So it's like you got two sides of the brain going at it. Because one wants you to function and the other one's like, I don't want to function. So it's like they kind of fighting. Mm-hmm. And eventually, the electric waves and all of that they send, it catches up to your nervous system. You know what I'm saying? And when it catches up to your nervous system, then that's where you can have the convulsions. That's where you can stare off into space. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about brain activity. And it's all about, you know what I'm saying, your neural system and everything like that. So people that, you know what I'm saying, and people that think we can't die from this, I'm a living testament. I'm a living testament. I've almost died 3 times from this crap. I've almost died 3 times from it. So if you think people can't die from it, you're sadly mistaken.
I know they can.
I would believe that everything that the body goes through, that's always a possibility.
Exactly.
So
and to let people know, since we on the fact of, yes, you can die from it. If you have epilepsy, please do not put yourself in a place where you're alone. Because that's how my people passed away. She disconnected from everybody, and motherfuckers wasn't calling like they supposed to. And next thing you know, calls wasn't being answered. Nobody was able to get her to answer the door. And the horrible fact of it is it was like a week later, 2 weeks later, we finally got the police or the landlord or whoever to open the fucking door and go in.
Yeah, that's why you got most doctors nowadays recommending that epileptic patients don't live alone. Like they would prefer that we live with someone. So that way, if we have a seizure, someone's there to help us. You see what I'm saying? And that's probably the hardest pill I had to swallow, is the fact that no matter what, I'm never going to be able to live on my own. Like, ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's another thing that I run into, because people be like, oh, he stay with somebody. I have to. I don't want to. I have to. If I want to keep living, you know what I'm saying? And I got kids, so of course I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even thinking about me. So, you know what I'm saying? When my doctor came to me in last year and told me you having too many, which I was, I think in about a 2 to 3 month period, I probably had close to 300 of them within a 2 to 3 month period. You know what I'm saying? And most of them was just me staring off into space type shit. The ones that, you know, the convulsions, I think I might have had maybe 4 or 5 of those. Because I had 4 or 5 different hospital trips, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they were me staring off in space type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that number is so high. Because I know people here, wait, 200 to 300. Nigga, how are you alive? Because they not all the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's the messed up part about me having every bit and every symptom that everybody else has. I can have every seizure that everybody else has. Can they all have what I have? Absolutely not. Because every one is different. So like the most famous seizure that you'll see is the grandma seizure. You know what I'm saying? They're the most common. I have those. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be trying to tell you. That's the convulsion.
Grandma is,
and it can be the worst.
convulsion.
Is that the stiff body?
No, that's the convulsions. That if you I'll put it this way: if you see somebody having a grandma seizure, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be convulsing, and they're gonna be convulsing like crazy. Those are the people you want to shock quick. So as quick as you can get to the coldest thing to put on them, you might want to do it. Because grandma seizures, they're the most common and they're the most dangerous. Because they can kill you if you're not reached in time. So if I have a grandma seizure and my mom or my homeboys don't get to me within a certain time period, I could lose consciousness, which I've done 3 times. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm not rushed to the hospital fast enough, they ain't no coming back. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I tell people, please do y'all research. Because you can't be talking about you close to me and you don't know nothing about my condition. We got a problem. Because I don't feel like I'm not going to keep explaining stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I know y'all can research this crap for yourself. You know what I'm saying? People, y'all research everything else.
Right.
If you know somebody with my condition, research it. Don't treat them as an outsider. Because guess what? That's when depression and stuff come in.
The more you know, the best off you are. Like, and the better of a person you are. Like, I don't give a fuck if you my enemy. I can hate you. I want you. So I'll blow your brains out before I sit there and watch you go by one of those. Like, that shit, it's so horrible. Like, you know, growing up and being around it, going through it, like, when you see it happen, it's so fucked up. Like, because the person that it's happening to is helpless. Like, you know, like I said, y'all sitting there laughing and talking and watching TV and like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It happen.
That's right. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. I be like, I tell people, man, if you know someone with the condition, you cool with someone that got it, a family member got it, whatever, do your research, man, like for real. Cause we go through hell. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people probably thought, wait, y'all get discriminated against? Yeah. Cause we looked at like we freaks.
I just had no idea. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
understand what's the point of the discrimination. I guess everybody discriminates against every different
if you look at
because when people it's anything, I'm gonna put it like this. Humans are petty. We're naturally fucking petty, man.
Mm-hmm.
And when we come upon shit that we don't know about,
right,
and we ain't up on, we have a tendency to either make a joke about it or not want to fuck with it. And most people might be friends with a person and they wonder why such and such don't go out everywhere everybody else do, or why such and such only comes out so often. It's because they really don't want to get attached to nobody or be around nobody that don't know them that way. Because if they have one, either them people won't know what to do, or now it's a big joke for them. You know what I'm saying? And just shit like that ain't cool. Like, people should get woke on it and know what to do.
Yeah.
and know what not to do, like the sticking shit in people's mouth and shit. You doing more harm than help sticking shit in people's mouth.
I never thought that was a good idea anyway. I don't know who came up with that.
Your best thing, if they sitting up, as long as they don't slump, hurry up and get the towel, the ice pack, whatever on them, call their name. You know, don't yell at them and shit, but just firmly call their name and bring them back.
Right. Yep.
And you will know when they back because they gonna push that cold shit off of them.
Oh boy, they ain't gonna want you. We ain't gonna want that. I done that a couple times. I done slapped cold.
They gonna push that cold shit off of them. You know, you tap them one more time, hey man, stop that shit. What the hell? You gonna be like, nigga, you know what just happened?
My mama done that a couple times, putting ice packs on me, and I'm like, man, if you don't move that, boy, you got to go somewhere with that. And she like, yep, he's back. Yeah, get that cold shit off me. I don't do cold shit. I don't do cold, period.
It's the best way to bring them back.
That's the best way. That's the best way to bring us out of it and bring us back, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I get why people do it, but like he said, as soon as they come out of it, they gonna smack that cold shit out your hand real quick. So you might be sitting there trying to continue to fuck with him. You might get beat up. You know what I'm saying? You might get a couple punches or something. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I hate it, but that's the main thing that'll bring us out of it. Because like I said, it shocks your system. You know what I'm saying? So that sudden shock, your system's like, okay, what's that? You know what I'm saying? So it's got to respond, so to speak.
Wow. I definitely learned a whole lot in. If I would have known that people, even I didn't know it entails so much.
And see, the thing about it, what made me like if people on my Facebook know me, they know every November I'm blasting this shit all over Facebook from
I see it, but I thought you just
till December 1st, I'm broadcasting this all through it. Now, if you want to support epilepsy awareness, our color is purple. We got a purple ribbon. You know what I'm saying? It's the same color ribbon as lupus. You know what I mean? So, and if people know me, they know, like, damn, I lost my whole train of thought. But if they know, like, if you don't know what's going on, man, just do your research. And the biggest discrimination, there it is. There's my thought. Biggest discrimination we go through, dating. Dating is the biggest one.
You know what? Somebody was talking to me about that.
It's the biggest one. You know how many times I've heard? Yes. Do you know how many times I've heard? I can't deal with this. But you want me to deal with your flaws? No, your flaws ain't a medical condition. Well, motherfucker, you got flaws too. So you want me to deal with your shit, but you can't deal with mine. That is the biggest discrimination we face. It's the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I've had females tell me, "Nah, I can't." Well, take your ass over there then. I'm not gonna lose no sleep.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, it's somebody out here that's gonna be able to deal with it. Somebody that's gonna be able to, you know what? I got you.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Remember I told you, I said I come with a warning label, right? I gave his ass a list. I said, now you research these, so you know what's gonna happen, what's going on. Now the nigga wish he would have researched.
I mean, hey, it must not be that bad because he there.
Oh, it was a lot of hell.
Oh, I know. Believe me. You ain't telling me.
Here's the thing. You go through hell because you love somebody you care about. So if you didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't be there.
I go through hell because the devil always trying to get me.
No, don't blame the devil on that. I ain't trying to hear that. Don't blame the devil.
Well, shit, everybody else do. Every time I got a problem, it's always the devil trying to do something.
Yeah, so, meditate.
Now,
meditate.
Hold up now.
Hey, meditate.
Who's wrong?
Meditate.
And sometimes it ain't about who wrong.
Take you a couple strong pulls, meditate.
Man, because I'm telling you, hey, that's
Calm
what
your
people do.
aura and get your.
That's what I'm
do.
gonna start doing. I might as well start doing that instead of doing the
Know this hoe I should not kill.
Fact. You know what I'm saying? But that's the biggest. But that is one of the biggest discriminations we face, man. Is dating. I just got told recently that that's one of my red flags, and I was like, what? So something
I want to know what idiot started the red flag shit.
So something I can't help. That's a red flag? Okay.
Something you have no control.
You know what? A motherfucker telling me that would have been a red flag.
You hear
and
me?
I would have told him that. That would have been my response. You telling me that is a red flag, boo-boo. You are the weakest link. Get the fuck out of my house.
So now we gotta start carrying around the little red flags in our pocket. I mean, what is that?
Hey, shit, I'll be a ghetto referee. I start throwing the motherfuckers like football. Red flag.
That wing is not right.
Red flag.
I mean,
who's type, my nigga?
Because I got told, I mean, the person told me this. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at her like, damn, what? Like, you can't be, like, you really telling me this, a condition I can't help is preventing you from going there with me. You got to make that shit make sense.
That's because people ain't willing to adjust. They're not willing to accept, and they're not willing to bring it in their life at all. I mean,
yeah, people love being
a motherfucker really don't want to take care of a motherfucker. They want to be taken care of. And if you want that type of shit, you don't need nobody to be with you anyway.
Here's the thing, and I'm finna dead this right now. We don't want to be taken care of. Stop thinking that. Epileptic people, you ain't gotta take care of us, man. Quit. I hate that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I'm just
motherfuckers that's that petty to say that that's a red flag is one of those motherfuckers that want to be taken care of but don't want to take care of nobody. Right. And you don't deserve nobody if that's your attitude.
See, that's why I'm piggybacking off what you're saying, because you do have some people out here literally thinking that way. Like, no, I can't be with this motherfucker because I got to take care of them because they got epilepsy. You don't got to take care of nothing. I take care of myself. You don't got to take care of me. I know my triggers. I know what to do and what not to do to keep these damn things from happening. Now, if I'm sitting here arguing and fussing and fighting with y'all ass, guess what? That's contributing to it. That's a trigger like a motherfucker. But people wouldn't think that.
Basically, if you gonna have my back, if I got it or, you know, without it, have my fucking back, regardless.
Exactly. Whether, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna have my back.
Got it or not. If I didn't have it and you was gonna have my back, if I do have it, the same way.
Exactly. Don't let, damn, he got seizures. Don't let that change the way you want to act towards me, because it makes me cut you off. And I've cut so many people off because of that. And they still hit me up, man, we don't hang out no more. Yeah. I know we don't. And they'll be like, man, well, no. And I'll tell them, I got epilepsy, remember? That's a problem for you. That's something you can't handle. But I ain't over here telling you that the problems you got, that it's a problem for me. I'm not judging you. I'm still cool with you. I still kick it with you, hit you up, text, call, whatever. But I don't get the same thing in response. So when I don't get the same thing in response, it's easy for me to cut you loose. Because at the end of the day, I have this condition. I have to deal with it. And if I've been dealing with it for 18 years and counting, like, come on, man. Like, eventually you got to think, damn, this nigga might be an expert at this shit. Yeah. Just a little bit. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, when people be like, oh, he don't go to sleep. No, I don't sleep that much. And that's part of my epilepsy. It knocks my sleeping pattern off. Like, lately, I've been falling asleep. The last 2 nights, I've been falling asleep probably around 5 something in the morning. And I know it's because my epilepsy has been acting up. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I already know the reason for it. acting up, which that could be corrected, so I ain't really worried about it. But it's still gonna take a minute for my sleep pattern to get back to where it was, because I'm used to going to sleep right after we get off this podcast on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? But tonight I might be up all night. I don't know. It just all depends on, you know what I'm saying, what my body is telling, you know, what my brain is telling my body to do so much. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people, man, I can't stress this shit enough. Do your research, please. Please do your research. Stop treating us like we freaks. Stop treating us like we the red-headed stepchild, because we not. You know what I'm saying? Stop treating us like outsiders and all this other crap. Like, man, stop it. Like, for real, that shit retarded.
Yeah, it's definitely something to learn about.
Fact.
Honestly, even if you don't know nobody, I don't know why I never really learned about it, but I just knew the basics. Just the bare minimum of, you know, what epilepsy is. I've never.
That's more than what the average person know, because the average person, if you ask them about it, they won't know what you're talking about, because they don't know the medical term for it. They'll be like, huh, what's that? And you'll have to explain it to them.
Hell, even if you say seizure, they still be like,
what's that?
I mean, I was
like, really?
About all that, but
that's a new dance.
They don't teach you nothing. They don't teach you all that in medical assistant.
And I don't see why.
They need to. They need to teach this, like, for real. I don't know why they not.
It should be like how they got CPR training. That should also.
I was gonna say they cover it in CPR, so I don't see why. If you a medical assistant, damn, don't you gotta take that CPR class? Don't you? I mean, all this shit should be, in a nutshell, a part of all of it, because it all goes in there.
Absolutely.
Like, if you're a medical assistant, if you a fucking, if you take CPR and you become a fucking CMT, like, you're gonna have to have those type of calls. Even fucking lifeguard, a motherfucker can have an epileptic episode in the pool. You're gonna have to know what to do. What, you know, it ain't just jumping in and pulling the motherfucker out the pool from drowning. Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with the rest of that.
Fact. You are not lying, man. Absolutely telling the truth. This is why I keep telling you.
As a matter of fact, when you go through lifeguard training, one of the most important things that they teach you how to deal with is somebody convulsing or kicking wildly.
Absolutely.
So another thing with that is what a lot of people are saying, which I completely believe, but I can't even rule this out. It really affects your mental health.
Yes, absolutely. Remember, I said earlier, depression can seep in. And it absolutely can, because you have a group of people that refuse to be bothered with people like me. It becomes depressing after a while, because epileptic people don't have nobody to turn to. So when they don't have nobody to turn to, thoughts start to seep into their head. And eventually some epileptic people believe the thoughts that enter their head. So depression comes in. You have some epileptic people that commit suicide because they're tired of it. And it's not so much that they're tired of the epilepsy itself. They're tired of getting rejected by people because they have it. And see, people think, oh, when somebody's depressed, that's something that they going through within themselves. No. Because it can be something that somebody said or somebody didn't do for them or whatever that can help, you know, contribute to that as well. So with epilepsy, yes, it very, 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 very much fucks with your mental.
It could be as simple as needing somebody to just listen.
Man, and that's the biggest thing that we need. We just need somebody to just be there. Like, if I can just hit you with a text and you texting, that's cool. If I could pick my phone up and call you and you just listen, we cool. That's good. If you could come over and just chill for a couple of hours, That's really all epileptic patients need. We just need somebody there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got everybody and their mama talking about, nah, I can't mess with it, and they cringing and all that, come on, man. How you think we supposed to feel? We feel like don't nobody love us, don't nobody want us, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm glad I had kids, because boy, I don't know where the hell I would have been without them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know if I can't reach out to nobody else, I can damn sure reach out to my kids. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they do whatever they can to cheer me up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I keep pushing and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 3 little boys looking at me. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, since I'm talking about kids, epilepsy is hereditary. It can be passed down. My kids now are at. Go ahead.
I want to say, since I didn't know about this, and I was speaking with people in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours, 2 children under the age of 5 passed away from seizures.
Absolutely.
That's just in a group of so many thousand people.
I'll put it this way. When people research epilepsy, there's a famous story that's gonna come up. And it's about a little girl that was, I think she was like 5 or 6 years old. And she was having 300 seizures a week.
I heard of that.
So her mother, father, they did everything they could to treat them, and it just wasn't working. Well, guess where they moved? Denver.
Yeah, I was gonna say Colorado, the marijuana.
Because marijuana
CBD
I
oil.
remember that story.
They give her CBD oil. They give her THC oil sometimes. And guess what? She went from 300 seizures a week to maybe 7 within a month. So they trickled down. You see what I'm saying? So, I know most people be like, oh, y'all just using that as an excuse to smoke. No, it really does do what it's supposed to do.
That was a big fight with a lot of parents and their kids with epilepsy.
Yeah, a lot of parents moved. Some states tried to trap the parents in the state from moving. Some parents have to have it illegally shipped and hide it within their house from authorities, from CPS, you know, and we didn't talk about CPS and things like this on the show. That really does not protect the child, nor the parents, nor the right of a person.
Right.
But yes, CBD oil does work. For those of us that had it, still go through it, have it, and there's no cure. The best cure we have is THC, CBD, you know, marijuana products are the best product for it. And they're also the best products for other things like
what I got.
Yeah, you know.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And I got this before they made it legal here. I had it shipped. And trust me, it's nasty as hell.
But it worked.
The flavor is terrible. But boy, do it work. It does what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I think I still got some in here, matter of fact. I think I do. I just got to mention this one. It's top. Well, I hate the damn top. It's that, it's got that what you call it on it.
Gotta press it.
My therapist, they're telling me to get some oil and bless it.
Bro, because sometimes they don't want to work.
Is it okay if I get some CBD oil and bless that?
What?
Yeah.
And do what?
My therapist, she reminded me today that, have I gotten some oil? So, I need to anoint some oil. But I'm thinking, and most time when I do, I'm going to be rubbing it on places where I'm in pain at. So I may as well do some CBD oil.
Yeah, because it's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
I'm gonna tell you this: a preacher will bless CBD oil just like he will fucking olive oil. Okay.
I kind of agree with that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So,
I don't want no preacher.
and who's to say what oil
They
she was
hands
saying
be
in
on
particular
evil.
for you to get?
Right.
A lot of these preachers' hands be on evil. I don't want them blessing my oil.
Look, I'm talking about a real preacher, not no
Look, I only know
cast
a couple
election
real
played
preachers.
around 50 times preacher.
Nah,
I mean
I only know
a
couple
real
real
man,
preachers.
anointed and of God
I
that can
only
do
know a
that.
couple of those. The rest of them, I don't know what them called.
Yeah. Look,
Hey, these churches is rough. Okay.
Hell yeah, there you go.
That
see
color.
that? I actually still have some. I didn't think I had any, but I still got some. And this is what it looks like.
Color.
And this is all you need. This amount right here. You don't need no more than this.
Supposed to infuse it.
And this will get me through the rest of my day. So if I wake up in the morning and take one of these, this is gonna get me through the rest of my day.
You put it in your drinks or just right on the tongue?
Right under the tongue.
Right on the tongue.
That's what they say. The one we got downstairs. Put it on. It's just got this nasty taste.
The man.
That's the only thing I don't like. Shit nasty. Oh man, that's disgusting. I would never mix that with no drink.
Yeah, because we got one it's mint. It's real minty. It's like, ooh.
Oh, okay. Y'all must got some. I need to come see y'all. I need to come see y'all. Cause I ain't even gonna lie, matter of fact.
Somebody need to make some.
It's a discount store right up the street from my house, over here by Fish City.
I need my oil.
And they sell CBD up in here like a mug. They sell it rolled up, oil, gummies, you name it, they got it right up the street from me.
Right.
So I don't never really gotta, if I want to get some, all I gotta do is go right up the street and I go get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is better.
But have you tried that shit out?
Have I tried it out? Not yet. Part of me wants to, but I don't know.
You gotta make sure you gotta know you getting what you know you get,
Facts.
Some of these,
I did go in there. I went in there a couple days ago, and they had some. I don't know, but it was something I ain't never seen. So I'm talking to the dude because me and the dude is cool. And I'm like, man, what's this? And he got to telling me they are carrying two different ones now. They carrying a flower that's just simply THC, and then they carrying a flower that's got CBD and THC. Mm. And then they got another one that's just the CBD. You know what I'm saying? So they got options. It's just all about, what people want to do. You know what I'm saying? And how they want to treat it. Me personally, I'll stick to my regular.
So it is recreational down there now?
They working on it. That's the next step.
Or is it still medical?
That's the very next step.
Well, here you gotta have a card to go in the shop. But I like the fact that y'all ain't gotta have a card to go in the fucking shop. I think that card shit is bullshit. I ain't giving up my gun right, so
what?
What
for you talking about for the medical card?
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
That's why you get everything you want first, and then go get your card, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get all my
No, because if you read that bullshit on that, if you already have a gun and you get caught with your gun, you can face fines and shit.
Yep.
So it's like, nah, I just rather not get one. You can suck my dick. I'll just keep getting it the way I was getting it before you open that shop.
Is making chess moves. That slow nickel moving quiet when I step through. You're below the skill required just to test, dude. My pen's fired, the beats bubble in that test tube. I'm better than the next dude, smarter than the average. My life was messed up, I had to reorganize my tactics. With this flow of